Hello, classy people. How y'all doing? Wayne Bolden from the SpeedKing channel, wishing each and every one of you a happy and healthy and prosperous New Year. It is Wednesday evening. We're in the studio just looking for work to do, obviously. We've been off work for the last 6 days. We don't go back until January 4th, so we got a lot of time. We're well rested, and we wanted to take a look at a stake race over there at beautiful Aqueduct on Friday the 31st. That's right, New Year's Eve. It is the 7th race for 3-year-olds and up. It's the Robb Stakes, a mile and an eighth for 100,000, a field of 9. Before we dial in, as always, again, I thank you for all the support you've given us through 2021. We're going to do better next year as well, so I'm going to need your support as always. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and of course like our videos and ring the bell. If by chance you need our email address for our shirts or tip sheets, please email us at speedking24@yahoo.com. And of course, always turn your closed captions on. We put a lot of editing into our videos so you can see the name of the horse that we're discussing. So turn on your CC. That way you can get the full effect of what your SpeedKing is rambling about. But let's dial into this here stake race on Friday, the 7th race, a field of 9. The number 1 horse, Cas Beach. Well, Mr. Beach has 14 starts, 3 wins, 2 seconds, and 3/3. Not bad at all. He appeared to be a little cut below these, if you ask me. He exited an allowance race on the 12th of December. It wasn't a bad race. He got beat up pretty good, ran 6/7, and I don't think the number 1, Cas Beach, is going to threaten here in this race at 20-1 from the rail. The number 2 horse, well, I'm kind of in between with Danny California. You know, Mr. California is a 6-year-old that has 43 starts, 8 wins, 4 seconds, and 6/3. Rodriguez is our trainer of record, and you got Jose Ortiz in the arms. This horse is kind of sneaky good. It's only 4-1 on the morning line, but I think he does take, we should pay attention to the number 2, Danny California. Not a bad horse. Rodriguez is pretty hot right now, and we know Jose Ortiz can flat out do what he do. So I would probably have Danny California, the number 2 horse, as my 3rd pick. Speed figures are good. It looks like he's an in and out horse. He runs a good race, runs a bad race, run a good race, run a bad race. So he's on that cycle, and it looks like he's due for a very, very good race. I wouldn't leave Danny California off the win ticket, of course, in any exotics or horizontal plays that I'm making. Number 2, Danny California, will be our 3rd pick in this race for sure. The number 3 horse, Brooklyn Strong, Do or Die, and Brooklyn Strong. You know I love Do or Die, Bed-Stuy, our boys down there, DJ Boogie and them in Brooklyn. The number 3 horse, 7 starts, 3 wins. That's really, really good. This is a lightly raced 3-year-old by Wicked Strong. Vasquez is our trainer of record. This horse is coming off of a 201-day layoff, the number 3 Brooklyn Strong. I'm going to have to see one. He's only 6-1 on the morning line, which is pretty shocking to me, but that's just me. I like my horses to have rest, but not 201 days, especially when they stop on them in June, which is the summertime. It's the middle of the racing, so something went wrong. So before I back Brooklyn Strong, I'm going to need to see a race or 2. So we're going to throw the number 3 horse off the ticket. The number 4, well, Seafoam. Seafoam is 5-2 on the morning line. I guess rightly so. This horse likes to win, the number 4. 25 starts, 9 wins, 3 seconds, and 3/3 for $700,000. That's awfully good. And he is a 6-year-old with only 25 starts. So this horse loves to get his picture taken. He's by Medagliador. You got Camuch in the arms, and he's the speed in the race. And you know speed is king. I mean, I always love my horses forwardly placed. And Seafoam is no different here. I would be shocked, just flat out shocked, if this horse isn't 1st or 2nd. I like this horse in this spot. The horse is coming off of a 62-day freshening. That's 8 weeks. Oh, I'm good there. And he exited an October 30th race at Belmont Park. It was the Empire Classic Handicap, where he went darn near gate the wire, but end up getting beat third by 11 lengths. But there is a horse in this race that ran in front of him, that ran second, Wild Banker. But I think this horse has been freshened up, and I think that, they're going to be very hard pressed to catch the number 4 horse, Seafoam, by Medaglia. So again, he will be probably my second choice. I'm going to lean to the outside once I get to the number 9, but the number 4 horse, Seafoam, is a serious contender in here in my in my analysis, and I think he's going to take some beating because he is the speed, he is the engine, and you know what? Speed is king. So the number 4 is real tough here, in my opinion. The number 5, Our Last Buck. Well, we never want to have one buck left. Our Last Buck has 22 starts, 6 wins, 4 seconds, and what? 4 thirds. 300,000, not bad at all. Navarre is our trainer of record. Manny Franco is in the arm. This horse is by Courageous Cat. And the bottom line with this horse is the speed figures are okay on him. Seems like an overnight allowance horse, if you ask me. But I mean, he's only 6-1 on the morning line. I don't particularly like him. I don't like his speed figure pattern in here. He has absolutely no speed at all. He may be about mid-pack, and he is a late closer. So the only where that I could use the number 5 here is probably in the 3rd or 4th spot if I'm playing supers, okay? He is surely an underneath horse. I don't think he's a win candidate, the number 5, Our Last Buck. Well, we talked a little bit about Wild Banker. He did outfinish Seafoam in the October 30th race. The number 6 horse, Wild Banker, has 24 starts, 5 wins, 2 seconds, and 4 thirds. And Mrs. Summer is our trainer of record. And again, this horse is a horse that runs in and out. His last race on December 5th at Aqueduct is a pretty bad race in terms of finishing 8th by 19. But 2 back is that October 30th race where he finished in front of Seafoam. Okay, so here's another horse, the number 6, Wild Banker, who's in and out. So he's on a cycle where it looks like he's going to run one of his better races. By Central Banker, I wouldn't leave this horse out in the exactas or trifactors. He's 12-1 on the morning line, and I would say, yeah, he's an underneath horse. He's on that on-again, off-again race cycle, and this is an on-again race for him after 26 days of rest and coming off of a bad race on December 5th. And it's such a great race on October 30th when he beat Seafoam by running second. So again, the number 6 Wild Banker is a horse that I would use underneath, particularly in my exotics, exactas, and trifactors at 12-1. And Chowder, the number 7 horse, Chowder. I love Manhattan Clam Chowder. This is a lightly raced 4-year-old gelding, and this horse has 12 starts, 3 wins, 1 second, and 3 thirds. That's pretty good. Sanaka is our trainer of record. Eric Kinsell is in the arms, and here is another horse that's pretty speedy. I think the number 7 Chowder is trying to go to the front, but I don't think he's going to be able to get in front of Seafoam, the number 4 horse. So I think he's going to get spent. So we're going to throw the number 7 Chowder off the ticket in the win spot for sure. And the number 8 horse is an Asmussen horse, Captain Bombastic. 16 starts, 5 wins. That's pretty good. That's a third of his wins. 2 seconds and 2 thirds. This horse is by 40 tails. This horse appears to me to be seriously a cut below these here. He's another horse who you can't get any real consistency on. He runs a good race. He runs a bad race. He has been beaten by Last Buck, Wild Banker, and Seafoam. So again, the number 8 horse, Captain Bombastic, with my guy Asmussen and Lascano in the yards. I don't think the number 8 is going to threaten the win spot here at all. So we'll throw him off the ticket. And the number 9 horse is Terrigan. Terrigan is my top pick here. I like this horse. Terrigan, the number 9, has 23 starts, 5 wins, 7 seconds. I don't like that, but at least he always tries hard and is always in the money, and 2 seconds. So 12 of this horse's starts are first and second of the 23. That's well above 50%, so you can't sneeze at that. Remember, this is a New York State bred race, and this horse is a very, very hard-hitting horse. By one of my favorite sires, Fleet Alex. I mean, I don't know if you remember Fleet Alex, but he was very, very good. So the number 9, Terrigan, trained by Rudy Rodriguez, who also has a horse in this race. He has the number 2, Danny California. I like this Rudy Rodriguez horse better than the number 2, Danny California. And he has Mr. Mena in the orange. This horse exits a race on November 28th in Aqueduct. It is an allowance race. It looked like to me he broke inward. He had a weird start. He only finished third by 3/4 back. He's coming off of a 33-day layoff, stepping into this stake race, this Robb stakes race, and I believe that this horse should be sitting on a really, really big race. Now, I will tell you, while Banker beat this horse on October 30th race, he does exit that race, as well as Seafoam. You know, he ran a 6 by 30 that day at Belmont Park. But it appears to me that he likes Aqueduct a little bit better than he does Belmont. So again, the number 4 horse, Seafoam, and the number 6, Wild Banker, both beat Terrigan 2 back on October 30th. But I think the horse needed to have a break, and he coming off of a 33-day break off of a positive allowance race. I mean, I'm a little discouraged that he only is 9-2 on the morning line and he is outside. I hate being outside because I believe the enemy of racing is ground lost, and you know, he doesn't have that much speed, so he should be able to break and get out and, you know, save ground into the first turn in this 1/8 race. But I'm going to go ahead and take a chance with Terrigan here as our top pick for sure. So there is your field of 9 in the Alex M. Robb Stakes on Friday, the 7th race at Aqueduct for 3-year-olds and upwards, New York Stallions approved horses. And our top pick is going to be the number 9, like I said, Terrigan. I just think that this horse is ready to move forward, and I hope Mr. Mena gives him a very nice trip. And our second pick is going to be the number 4 horse, Seafoam. I like this horse. He is the speed. So the 9 and 4 I like equally here, 4, 9, 9, 4. And if we had a third pick, I would have to go with Rodriguez's other horse, the number 2, Danny California. So our top pick is going to be 9, 4, 4, 9, like that. We like them equally, and we think, you know what, they both have an excellent chance on running. And the number 2 horse, our third pick, Danny California. As always, folks, down in the description you will see our disclaimer. And most of all, if you need to email us for one of our t-shirts or a tip sheet, please email us at speedking24@yahoo.com. And don't forget that Legends of the Game is coming on January 1, 2022. Thanks a bunch. Stay classy in all that you do. We like 9, 4, 4, 9 here, and our third pick would be the number 2. We like both of these horses equally. Stay classy, folks, in everything you do. And if I don't talk to you, have a healthy and safe holiday. Happy 2022.